Hello friends, welcome back once again to another new video in Java 8 Stream API. So today we will learn about stream operations. So we have two types of stream operations present. One is intermediate operation, another is terminal operations. So let's check first what are the intermediate operations we have in stream. Okay. So the intermediate operations or methods is used to transform one stream to another stream. Okay. So when we want to transfer one stream to another stream, we will use this intermediate operation. So this intermediate operation only return another stream. Okay. So what are the intermediate operations we have? We have filter, map, flat map, sorted, distinct, limit, and skip. Okay. So today we will see some examples on this filter intermediate operation. So how and when we use this filter method. Okay. So let's get started for this. Let me go to my IntelliJ workspace for it. So this is the project we have created earlier, Java 8 Stream API project. So inside this project, let me create another package for this. Let me give the name like intermediate operations. Intermediate operations. So I am giving intermediate operations demo. Let me give the name like this. Okay, so this is my package. So inside this package, I will create another sub package like filter examples. Okay, filter examples. So inside this filter example, we will see our first example based on filter. So I will create a class for this. Let me give the class name like demo1. Okay. So inside this class, I will create a main method as well to test our code. Then, so let's say I have a list. Okay, I have a list of integer. I want to filter all the event number from that particular list. So how we can use this filter concept? Let's check that one. So let me create a list. So list of integer. Let me create quickly. So I will use your arrays as list to create the list. Arrays as list. So I will pass all the integer number. Let's say 10, 15, 17, 20. I am giving any random number. 15, 30. Okay, that's it. So this is my integer list. So I want to filter all the event number from this list. So I have the event number like 10, 20 and 30. Okay, so let's check by using the filter method we are able to fetch this in our output or not. So let me show you without using stream how we can write this logic. Okay, so let me give a comment like this without using stream. Clear? So how we can do this? So we just simply iterate this list by using enhance for loop like this. For each, I'll give here let's say integer n. Then here I'll pass the list. Clear? Now I iterate this list and check the condition. So what is the condition? I'll create a if statement over here. If n modulo division by 2 is equal to 0. Then if this condition satisfied, then I will add this element all the list which modulo division by 2 is equal to 0 to another list. So for this let me create another list here as well. List. This is also integer type list integer. Let me give like event list. Let me give the name like this is equal to new array list. Okay, so this is my event list. So I will add all this number to this list if this condition satisfied. Number modulo division 2 is equal to 0. If it is satisfied, let's add these elements to this result list or event list. So I'll just write like this event list dot add n. Okay, then I'll print this one, this out, event list. Clear? So let me quickly run this one. Okay, so the result list or event list contains what? 10, 20 and 30. So this is without using stream, how we can get all the event list from this list we saw. Now let me comment these things. Let me comment this one and try to write it by using stream. Using stream. Let me give the comment like this. Okay. So first we need to convert this list to stream. So how we can convert a list to stream? Simply by using list.stream method. So list.stream. Okay. Then we will use here what? We will use here filter method. Correct. So we will use here filter. Just mark here filter accept a predicate. So predicate means, if you recall correctly the predicate concept, the predicate, it will take an argument and check the condition. If the condition satisfied, it returns as true or it returns as false. So filter. So what is our condition? So it will take a argument. Let's say n. Then lambda expression start. Then n modulo division by 2 is equal to 0. So this is our condition. Okay. So we filter out all the event list. Then after this is a what? Intermediate operation. So after this intermediate operation, we can collect the stream to another list, or we just simply print the result in a console by using a terminal operation. So here if you recall this diagram, so by using filter, map, flat map, limit, etc., by using this intermediate operation, we transfer or convert the data to another form. So we transfer the actual stream to another stream. Then we collect our actual or desired output by storing it into another collection object, or we can use the terminal operation like for each to show the data in the console. Okay, so we can use any of it. So let me just collect it to another stream. Okay, so for this I need to use a terminal operation. So terminal operation I am using here collect, then collectors to list. So this will give me another list. Okay, so let me just use this event list to store this one. Clear? Now if I will print this value, I will get the same output. Let me run this one again. Clear? I am getting 10, 20, 30, the same output. Okay, so we saw how we can use this filter method to filter all the event list from this list. Okay, so you can see how the code is concise. So for without using stream, we have to write this line of code, but using stream, only a single line we need to write. Clear? So now let me show you another example on this filter. Let me give the name like demo2. Okay, inside this I'll create a main method. Now I'll create a list of string. Clear? So list of string, list. I'll use this arrays as list as well. Arrays as list. So inside this I'll give some string element like Alexa, Daisy, David, Daniel. Let's say I'm giving null as a value as well, and another value Sanya, and again null. Okay, so this is my list of strings. So this list contains the null value as well. Okay, now I want to filter all the value which is not equal to null and also starts with D. Okay, this is my filter condition. So here I have multiple filter condition. I want to filter all the value which is not equal to null, and also the first letter of the name starts with D. Clear? So for this, let me create another result list. I will use this list to store the result list. Okay. So this is also going to return me what? A string list. Let me give the name like result list is equal to new array list. Clear? So this is my result list. Okay. So now I'll use the filter concept on it. How we can do this? Let's check. So here we will use multiple filter concept. Let's check. So I'll first convert this list to what? Stream. So list.stream. Then I'll use the filter. Okay. So it will accept a predicate. Here we have two conditions. So first I'll give the argument like name. Let's say I'm giving name. Then I'll add the condition. So name not equal to null. This is one condition. And the second condition is name starts with what? D. So name dot I can use starts with, here I'll give D. Okay. So this is my condition. So I have multiple filter condition over here. Then collect this by using the terminal operation. I will collect this list and store it into another list by using collectors dot to list. Clear? Now I will store it in my result list. Result list is equal to this. If we, so let me print this one, this result list. Okay. Let me run this one. I am getting Daisy, David and Daniel. So this is starts with D and the value is not equal to null as well. Okay. So if you want to print the name without storing it into another list, then how we can do this? We can just simply write like this. Let me just copy it from here. Stream. Then dot I'll use the terminal operator for each, which will accept a consumer. Okay, for each. Then system I'll use your method reference. System dot out double colon operator println to show the name in the console. Clear? Let me just comment out this out. Okay, let me run the application. Okay, so the name is displaying in the console. You can store the result to a list or you can just simply print the value in the console. Okay, let me just do like this so it is better to understand. So clear? So we saw how we can use this filter method for the multiple condition. Okay, so this is another example. Let me show you the last example on this filter concept. Let me give the class name like demo3. Inside this demo3, I'll create a main method as well. Okay, this is my main method. Here inside my util package, you can see I have already created a class that is employee, where I have the field like ID, name, email and salary. So I want to write a filter condition to print all the employee name which has the salary greater than some value. Okay. So let's see how we can do this. So the main method is ready. Now I'll just create a list. I'll just create an employee list. Okay. So this is my employee list. Let me import the employee here. So this is my employee list which has the name, ID, email and salary. So I want to filter out all the employee name which has the salary greater than 25,000. Okay. So how we can do this? Let's check. So I'll first convert this list to what? Stream. So employee list dot stream, then dot what? Filter. I want to filter. The condition will be filter. Let's say employee. Then lambda expression start employee dot. I have not declared the getter setter. Okay. Let me declare the getter setter as well. Okay, cool. So let me just do like employee dot get salary. Employee dot get salary greater than what? 25,000. So filter out all the employee which has the salary greater than 25,000. Then print the employee name. So to print the value, we have the terminal operator like what? For each, it will accept a consumer. For each employee, lambda expression starts. I want to print all the employee name which has the salary greater than 25,000. So this is my result. Okay, I don't want to store it into another list. I just want to print all the employee name which has the salary greater than 25,000. Clear? So let me run this application. Okay. So I am getting Daisy, Michael, Sanya and Robin. So here you can see Daisy, Michael, Sanya and Robin has the salary which is greater than 25,000. Clear? So this is all about the filter method, which is a intermediate operation to transform one stream to another stream. Okay. So up to this, it will return us a stream because we convert this employee list to stream. Then we use the intermediate operation filter, then filter out the employee which has the salary greater than 25,000. So this is after this stream is converted to another stream or transferred to another stream. Then we use this for this which is a terminal operation to print all the name of employee which has the salary greater than 25,000. So this is the terminal operator. Clear? So hope you understand how we can use filter method in a stream. So that's it for today's video. See you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Thank you.